Hi, welcome to another one of my videos from Aaron Boyd Art, or AV Illustration as I go in the biz. Today I'm going to be talking about art and experiences and how those experiences come into one's artwork. When I go into schools, I often tell kids to be very mindful of whether they take a road trip or you go to your grandmother's house, or even if you're just hanging out with friends to, take notice of those little moments because they have a way of coming back into not only your life but into your artwork. The room I'm in right now is the library in my house, which is covered with, you can't see it, but it's covered with photos of friends, family, mementos from trips, a rock from a beach, and these kind of things come back into your art, and it's worthwhile to take note of that. And it makes your life, much more rich as well. But today I just want to talk a little bit about experiences and how they come back into one's art. This is one of my books that you can't probably see it too well. It's called I Can't Take a Bath. It was done through Scholastic. I think 5 years ago I did it. And the interesting thing about that book is that Scholastic sent me on a wonderful trip last year to Jamaica for a children's book festival. They were sending an artist down to talk about, much like what I'm talking about in this video, to help develop and encourage the publishing and children's book market in Jamaica and the Caribbean as a whole. And it's amazing because, that book actually gave me a wonderful experience, and those experiences I had meeting friends and new people in Jamaica is now coming back into my art. So without further ado, I'm going to just talk about one painting I did today. And there is a second painting I'm going to show, but it's not my painting. And this, again, will deal with life and experiences and how it comes into one's art. So without further ado, here we go. Okay, it's another guerrilla video, so I'm just walking around my house. I live in a very old house. It was built in 1897, hence the dim lighting. And this is the painting of mine I'm going to talk about today. This painting I call Sakura. It is a piece I did for Spider magazine a few years back. It's watercolor like most of my pieces nowadays. And I'm going to just pan around it real quick. This blank space is where the type went. And the scene we have here, as I imagined it, are a group of little children in Japan going to school. And it so happens that their umbrellas line up to make a giant koi. So if I can get closer, you can see each individual kid is holding their umbrella. And those come together to make a giant koi. One of the special things about this piece is that, as far as experiences, I have many good Japanese friends. Two in particular, Kaori and Karuko. Really, this piece wouldn't look like it did had I not met them. For one, they showed me how to sign my name in Japanese. And there are a lot of little hidden messages in here. The editor didn't know about them. I told her, she wasn't upset. But you can see the writing there. This little building in the background, the domed building, you can see it's very small in the actual piece. That's the Hiroshima Memorial. Those of you who know history know that when the atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima, that was one of the only surviving buildings, and today it's a memorial for peace. And so that's one of the things that, as I was saying, can come into your artwork and make it not just special to you, but I think special for other people, because life is like that, Things reflect and come back. And now the one other piece I'm going to show you and talk a little bit about this again is this painting. This is not my painting. This is my grandmother's painting, and without going too long into it, she's an artist too. She just passed away a few weeks ago, and she lives in Costa Rica. The interesting thing about her, though, is that I only got to meet her a few years ago. We were very close. We became very close. But she had lived in Costa Rica for the last, I'd say, 60 years. So I didn't get to meet her until I was well into my adult life. And we became very close. But the interesting thing is that if you look at her color palette, artists would recognize this. It's the exact same color palette that I use. And it's special and unique because I never met her and I never even knew she was an artist. Bright, bold, primary colors, some secondary colors as well, but it's very unique to her. And when you go back to my piece, again, these very bright primary colors, some secondary ones too. No grays, no browns. And, you know, it kind of makes you wonder. I don't know if it's genetic, but it is interesting to say the least. But see, these are the kind of things to be thinking about, or even subconsciously letting them run through your head when you're painting or thinking of ideas. In the next couple of videos, I'll show you some more books, but I'll talk a little bit more in depth about paintings. But I want to wrap this video up for now, so it doesn't get too long for you guys. But thank you again for watching. And if you want to see any more of my art, and any more of my grandmother's art, actually, I have her work on my site as well, you can go to www.AaronsPainting.AVI. There's also a link there to my other blog, which is Aaron Boyd Arts. Art is plural. And that is because it has more than just my art on it. But thanks again for watching, and let me know if you like my work. Take care.